Good morning, Adventure Nation. As always, we're good at murdering names, so this morning is no different. We're either at Navarre Beach or Navarre Beach, something like that. But we're here on the Gulf Coast. We're just shy of Destin, Florida. That is our destination today. This is the motorhome experiment. Last night we stopped here at Navarre Beach and check out this huge parking lot here. It was absolutely empty last night. It was super quiet after the bar closed.
Before that,
not so much. But about 10 o'clock, it actually closed pretty early. So after that, dead solid quiet until
it started pouring rain.
It poured rain last night here like there is no tomorrow. It was crazy how hard it was raining. I fell asleep anyways. I don't know. At first I thought there's no way I'll be able to go to sleep, and we fell asleep anyway. So Destin, Florida is one of those areas that we've been wanting to go to for a long time. Our friends from Keep Your Daydream visited there and did a great video from there, and that made us want to go even more. So that's our destination for today. We're going to spend the next couple of days there before we head on into Central Florida to meet other friends. So let's go do that.
Yeah. Look, who's out?
Yeah. He's like, I'm not ready to go. I just want to stay here. There's sand.
A giant litter box.
Safety first. Don't want you seatbelt Nazis making comments. We are leaving Navarre, and heading to Destin. This was a pretty cool spot. Huge parking lot. There were no signs that said no overnight camping, so we decided to give it a shot, and it was pretty nice. All along the Gulf here, though, along the Gulf Coast of Florida, has been no parking signs in any of the areas along the beach. A lot of that, they make that very, very clear. Actually, it says no motorhome, travel trailer, or bus parking in any of the parking lots. Like parking period, let alone overnight. So now we're gonna go back over a bridge off of the Gulf Peninsula, back onto the mainland, down the road a little ways, back over another bridge onto another peninsula where Destin, Florida is located, and up over another bridge and back out to the coast. Oh, this looks really cool over here. I don't know what makes it look cool. I think it's touristy, I guess, is what makes it look cool, but it's touristy cool. First impression as you drive into Destin is pretty cool.
Very touristy, but very cool.
Very touristy, yes. That is correct. And we've arrived at Destin RV Resort. And by looking at the Class A's in here, we're going to be the Clampets. Okay, so we're here in Destin, Florida, and I'm getting a little editing done. Lori installed our little new shoe holder around the bed, and you know, she's been bragging about how much she's downsized her shoes and how she doesn't have any shoes left and how...
Okay, I did downsize my shoes. This is a third or a fourth of what I used to have.
That's a lot of shoes.
And I can only fit 10. Let's count how many Paul has, shall we?
Let's not count how many shoes Paul has. So the thing she installed was supposed to be for the both of us, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It is going to happen.
It is going to happen. We'll see.
Okay, I'm done taking my shoes out, so I can downsize, still see what I need, what I don't, so they can all fit. And I put out Paul's shoes as well, to see how many he has, to see how much he has to downside.
Oh.
And Paul, come on, show everybody he's working. You need to show everybody.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No idea. The back ones are mine, all the front ones are his. That's how many shoes we have in the RV. Do we need that many?
Mine are more colorful, definitely.
Probably not. And yeah, Paul's are more colorful. What's up with that, Paul?
We have a bit of a shoe problem. I'm working. Stop bothering me.
Some guys have ball caps, Paul has shoes.
So this morning we're going to a restaurant that they recommended. For breakfast we're going to a restaurant they recommended called the Asiago Grill or something like that. And it's only open from midnight until noon because it serves basically the late night party animals, the early morning fishermen. So
And the tourists.
And tourists, of course. So we're gonna go check that out. And that's in Destin, about 10 miles from here. We're in Miramar, which is considered Destin, but it's not. We're actually staying at the Destin RV Resort in Miramar. So yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, but it's close enough, I guess. I don't know if you guys can see that. Lori's window's cracked. The other day we just started driving and something hit the corner of the window and it was only like a little inch or so. And now it's about 2 feet across the window. So that's gonna have to be replaced here very soon.
It sucks.
Today is just gonna be a hangout day. We're gonna head down to the beach, which is something that we don't do.
Well, he hates to do.
I hate doing.
I still like to do it, he hates to do. But we're in Destin, he has to give me a day on the beach.
Yes, I promised her a day on the beach. So our day on the beach is gonna consist of, we bought an umbrella yesterday. So like an umbrella, like a sunshade type umbrella. So I'm gonna be able to hide under that and work while we enjoy the beach. So that's my way of relaxing on the beach. You're probably gonna read a book, and I know that the book she's gonna be rereading is on stock trading, right? See?
We're relaxing now. We're chilling at the beach.
That's our way of relaxing. Reading business books and doing work. Each to their own, I guess. So Asiago's restaurant here in Destin for breakfast.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. Actually, so 4 total. And the food was great. The service was great. The place isn't fancy by any means. Just a kind of a plain building, but
Prices were great.
prices were good. It's under 30 bucks including tip for the 2 of us. So great stop if you're in Destin. And they're only open from midnight till noon. So a little bit different hours, but it's the crowd they cater to. Lori and I are taking off to head over to the beach. It's a pool area, the campground. The pool looks good. Oh,
It's not bad.
is it warm?
I will not jump in it, but it's not bad. For me, it has to be 80 degrees.
Lori only swims in it if it's bath water. So, yeah, 80 plus, 85 plus.
Don't judge me, Paul. Don't judge me.
I am judging you.
I know, that's what I'm saying,
It's a short walk across the street to the beach. On the other side of those buildings right there, there is a campground just down the street called Camp Golf. And they want $200 plus a night because their campsites are right near the beach, which is insane. And we have private beach access. I don't know what private beach means. Well, everybody's right about the sand, Lori. It is absolutely perfect.
White and soft and gorgeous. And the water is green. Not green, bad green. Like nice turquoise green.
Instead of brown, stirred up stuff. We're out here at Destin Beach, but I'm not allowed to film Lori in her bikini or she will kill me.
Yes.
So, this is all I can show.
Just neck up.
Just neck up. The beach here is beautiful, I will say that. Oh, the water is freaking cold though.
I guess that's why it's called Emerald Beach, right?
But yeah, the water is beautiful. The sand is beautiful. And it's probably, I don't know, it's probably mid-70s today or something. And yeah, nice out. We've been at the beach now a couple hours. I'm bored already. Time to go back and do some work. Good morning, everybody. We're still in Destin, Florida. Got a little bit of a shopping trip to do before we head out, and we'll talk to you about that when we get in the coach. We're just kind of extending a few days together. And one video, and yesterday I actually did some relaxing on the beach.
It was hard for him.
I answered comments while I was on the beach, but it was hard. I couldn't do any work because I forgot my glasses, but I actually tried. I tried.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It was a couple of hours.
Destin Beach, I mean, we couldn't come here and not go to the beach. We had to go to the beach, and it was amazing. It's awesome.
The beach was good.
It's all we have heard of. White sand, very fine and soft sand, and the ocean was gorgeous. Water was cool, but still kind of winterish, so expected.
Yeah, and it's starting to rain, even though the sun's out. So I want to show you guys these sites. This is called the Destin Beach RV Park, and check this place out. Now, you know, I complain about some of the other campgrounds. I have no complaints about this place. The sites are absolutely incredible. Now, I don't expect this from every campground, but...
And I could stay here easily a week. With the beach so close, and it has a private beach entrance. We're not right on the beach, this resort, but there is a gate that takes
block
you...
and a half?
Yeah, a block and a half. It's just an easy 5 to 10 minute walk, and you have your private, your code, going to the beach, and you have a whole beach to yourself. So it's kind of nice.
And look at this, the way it's done, the pavers and everything. Again, I don't expect this from every campground, but if you're watching and you own a campground, this is the way to do it.
Can we get one of those?
Lori wants this Prevost over here. So we are heading out, hitting the road today. And we're gonna make our way down into the Ocala area where we're gonna meet some friends, and that's gonna be fun. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. But 5,000 subscribers. We hit 5,000 while we're here. So this shopping excursion that we're about to go on
for you guys
has a little bit to do with you guys. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll hit the road.
Look at this RV. It's pretty interesting. It has a top roof patio. That's pretty cool. It has the umbrellas and...
Yeah, that thing's got a deck up top and everything else. Kind of neat. Very cool. Kind of weird stopping and filming somebody while they're...
I know.
At their RV.
We were those creeps.
Yeah. Morning.
Oh, you own that?
We just met the nice lady from the Skydeck motorhome who invited us over to check it out later. So we may do that before we leave. Our friends Kevin and Laura from Vegan RV told us that they've talked to more people since they've been on the road than they did in their whole 11 years prior in their sticks and bricks. And
the same with us.
I pretty much agree with that. It's amazing the amount of people you talk to and how friendly, and everyone's just having a good time. And it's an amazing, amazing place that everybody seems to get along out here on the road. Not everybody.
For the most part, everybody.
For the most part, everybody, but not everybody.
You can never have 100%.
Yeah, 100%'s a little bit Shangri-La. Just had to give a little heads up to the surf hut here. They don't really have vegetarian options. It was almost all seafood we ate there last night. And they fixed me vegetarian tacos, and they were spectacular. So thumbs up to Surf Hut, right across the street from the Destin RV resort. So that was pretty nice. And I think you had shrimp tacos, right? And they were pretty badass too.
Oh, they were awesome too. Just too much food.
It was a lot of food. Didn't even have room for my key lime pie, which is highly unusual. Okay, I got to show you this coach that these folks have let us come in. It's called a Skydeck, I believe, and we'll find out from Alan in just a second. Check this out. Here's the stairs inside the coach. We come up these stairs.
We like to boondock a lot,
And how cool is this? Alan, this is amazing.
Feels a little bit like a boat. Like
This is like a pontoon boat on top.
That is just amazing.
So when we bought it, it actually had up there a big stainless steel cabinet with a sink, hot and cold running water, and a barbecue.
There goes Lori disappearing downstairs.
Like an elevator.
Yeah, it is just fantastic. I want to thank Alan and Beverly for allowing us to check it out. All right, we are rolling out of the Destin Beach RV Park. This place, phenomenal. I mean, I can't say enough nice things about it. Block and a half from the beach. The spaces are absolutely gorgeous. The park is so impeccably maintained. Just awesome. And there's no reason why an RV park or more RV parks can't be like this one. Now you don't need the cobblestone streets. You know, that's an added plus, added bonus. But maintenance should not be an issue. Leaf blower, a rake, a broom. Now it is very tight in there, so we're gonna pull out onto the street and hook up out here. But absolutely we'll be back if we're in this area. Lori's following me. We're gonna go down the road here a little bit and then we'll hook up. Yay, we've got Lori back with us.
Like 10 miles later.
Huh?
10 miles later.
It wasn't 10 miles. It wasn't 10 miles.
Just exaggerating.
I'm just saying that they don't want to just watch me. They want you on board.
Oh,
so nobody loves me.
You're the funny one.
Funny looking. All right, down the road to
Our destination?
our destination. I'll figure it out though. Oh yeah. We are going. We had to go to this place. We're going to be in the area. I saw it.
That's all him.
It's all me. Tate's hell. How can you not go there? We are just entering the Panama City area. And Panama City is kind of the lower end of what is considered Florida's Emerald Coast. And they claim to have the prettiest beaches in Florida, which, if the rest of the beaches around here are anything like Destin, pretty badass beaches.
Well, it's the Emerald Coast, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. They claim to have the Emerald Coast, and it's because their beaches are very, very cool. And like I said, from what we saw, yeah, absolutely. And I have no idea where I was going with that. I guess it's considered the Emerald Coast because of the water was pretty turquoise looking. The beaches, white sand beaches. And I guess south of here, well, that's gonna go away. I don't know. The beaches are still pretty nice down the west coast of Florida, all the way Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sanibel Island, Naples, all that stuff. I think the beaches are still pretty nice. A lot of shells and things like that, and I think that's what may make the water up here, or the beach up here that is, so nice. I think it's the sand is shells and crushed. I don't know. Who knows? I guess we should look that up. Why the sand is so white here. So after a little bit of research, we found that the glistening white sand here in the Destin area is actually a process that started thousands of years ago in the Appalachian Mountains, and the Apalachicola River brought the pieces of quartz and stuff down into the ocean, dumped it into the ocean, and then that eventually formed the white sand beaches that are now here in the Destin, Florida area and the Emerald Coast. A little bit of history and a little bit of science and a little bit of geology and whatever else that whole process is all about. The Wonder Works, they have one of those in Orlando on International Drive, I know. The SS Ripley, Panama City Beach. They did a heck of a job parking that ship here. It's a little coastal town of Parker, Florida.
What's much going on here?
Nope. Very close to Tyndall Air Force Base. Actually, Tyndall Air Force Base is on both sides of us here. We're kind of driving right through the middle of it. This is kind of crazy. There's gates for the Air Force Base on the right and on the left as you're driving down here, and the Air Force Base is on both sides. But you go right down through the middle of it. The airport portion looks like it's on our left. We've seen some planes taking off. Entering the little coastal town of Mexico Beach. I will say neither Lori or I have ever been to any of these areas, so we are discovering them along with you guys. Our first time here as well. Never really spent any time on the west coast of Florida, or much time on the west coast of Florida, and especially we've never been in northwest Florida ever. And kind of interesting to see that it's pretty much the same as the east coast and the southeast coast and the southwest coast. Pretty close.
That's more of them here.
And these all seem to be public beach access. We made a quick stop in Mexico Beach, Florida, and
So I could feel at home.
not so you could feel at home, no. Grab a quick lunch.
No.
Not a bad spot to be able to just pull over and grab a quick lunch. One of our favorite things about traveling in a Class A as opposed to a fifth wheel or trailer is doing what we just did. Pull over, grab a quick lunch. Lorena made some delicious veggie sandwiches, and then off and down the road again. Didn't have to unhook anything, didn't have to open up any slides, none of that stuff. Just grabbed a quick lunch and away you go. So that's where the Class A or like a Class C, stuff like that, rocks for us compared to a towable. But again, each to their own travel style.
Yeah.
You can pull over if you have an RV that trailer that doesn't have slides, then you can still just pull over and have lunch in that as well. But a lot of the trailers and fifth wheels and things like that, once the slide outs are in, you can't really move around inside very well. And we've got about, what, 70 miles to our destination?
70 miles.
About 70 miles to our final destination in Tate. Rock landing straight ahead. And
I'm assuming those are the spots.
here we are at Rock Landing Recreation Area. How cool is this? This is amazing. Absolutely incredible.
So quiet.
Spots right here, off to our right.
Somebody did donuts here.
This is pretty spectacular. You can see the river or swamp or lake over here. We'll check that out in a minute. Restrooms right here in front. There's actually 3 sites here. 41, 42, and 43. This whole area here is ours. What do you think of this place?
It's a little bit tight, but it will work.
Again, one of those spots, right? That's not very quiet and kind of tight.
See, the nice thing about boondocking in places like this, you don't have the amenities, you're not plugged in and all that stuff. But the nice thing, you have privacy. You don't have anybody on top of you looking through your window, nothing. You have total privacy here.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we love.
Absolutely. And I'm sure the mosquitoes are going to be the size of Volkswagens tonight. We'll get a fire going maybe and see.
Yeah.
So we had to come down the road approximately, I don't know, 3 miles or so to Womack campsites. And the Womack area has one of these, what they call an Iron Ranger. You fill out your envelope, put in your plate number and stuff like that, and then you're good to go. There's no need to go anywhere else. Now, we did call and make a reservation for this through the Florida Forest and Wildlife Service. So we had a reservation, but this is how you can pay for it without having to go into town to get your permit. And you can see there it's $2 for day use, $10 for overnight camping. That's a pretty spectacular spot for 10 bucks. You can also, there's electric here in this particular camping area, and you can do with electric for 25. We can survive 4 or 5 days or more, probably upwards of 6 or 7 days without having to worry about plugging in or doing that if we run the generator, an hour or so a day. Man, this is just absolutely gorgeous. Do you hear that, Lori?
It's so quiet.
Yes, you hear nothing. Okay, go really close to the water and tell me if there's any alligators down there.
This is as far as I go. Right here.
Obviously the boat landing here. This is insane. Well, Lori, this is our home for the night.
For the next 2 nights.
Okay, so the last couple of days we've strung together into one video, and this is the end of our day today, and this is where we're going to call this video. As always, we really appreciate you guys watching. Hope that you'll subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all of our adventures, maybe find some places that you'd like to visit or some places that you'd like to avoid, and it'd be great if you'd like the video as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, bye.
Bye now.